Oh, Sam, good to see you again. What have we got going on here, this net in this box?
This is a pike net that we're using to catch Atlantic salmon smolts as they migrate downstream. And when the salmon go into the net, they'll swim right to the end and they'll come to the box where it's a nice sheltered area away from the flow and also away from predators as well, and they can stay there nice and dark.
So when we've captured them, you're going to put some tags on them, and we're going to find out quite a lot then about their life, aren't we?
Yeah, so as they migrate downstream with the tags in, we'll actually be able to detect how far they get downstream, because we'll place those receivers all the way down to Kukubri Estuary. As they migrate past each checkpoint, we'll actually be able to see that fish has got to that point at that time.
Well, we'll find out more about the project later, but let's go and have a look at the fish. So we're expecting to find some fish today?
Hopefully, yeah. We've had some quite good numbers, despite the rivers being quite low.
It's quite remarkable how many fish you've caught so quickly.
I know. It's mental. So
oh wow, yeah, there's quite a few in there. Okay, and are these all going to be salmon, or are you getting other species as well?
We've had mostly salmon. There's been a few small brown trout.
So this is one of your smolts just out of the net. You can take some scales off it in a minute, but very distinctive colorization on there, isn't there?
Yeah, this is, you can see it's all very silvery. So they once had par marks, and now that they're going to be going to the ocean, they lose these marks and develop the silver colour, and it helps them to protect against predators in the sea. They also get these darker fins as well. The dorsal fin's a lot darker, so predators from above, like cormorants, are less able to see them, and when they're in the sea also. You've also got, it goes more fusiform and straight in shape, so much more streamlined, enables more pelagic swimming.
So taking the scale samples, that doesn't really harm the fish. You're just taking one or two, aren't you?
Yeah, just one and two. With it, you just get scraped off quite easily. Nothing to harm the fish. So
this is the tag that's used, isn't it? It's like a little transmitter?
Yep, yeah, that's it. This is a V5 tag, and as the fish goes by, then the tag will transmit a signal using high frequency sounds to the receiver as it goes downstream.
It's almost like echolocation, it's like a sonar thing.
Yeah, acoustic telemetry is the technology it uses, and with this increase in it's advancing in technology, we've been able to make these tags much smaller, so it can go smaller life stages like the smolt stage. And all our 50 fish are tagged. This is our last one in here, so it's time for the big release, and then we'll see how far they can get downstream, hopefully all the way out to the estuary as well.
Perfect. Well, let's let them go. Of course, this project wouldn't be possible, would it, without the help of a British lottery player?
Absolutely, yeah, we're really grateful to our funders, so that's Galloway Glens, DRAX, and also the D District Salmon Fishery Board as well. So we'll just start to release them.
Wow, what great news! I just heard in the grapevine you've taken some receivers out of the Elston Dam area, and we've got some exciting news, haven't we?
Yeah, so we downloaded 2 of the receivers, and there's been 38 out of 50 fish migrated past above Elston Dam, which is great news.
So this is the smolts that we were tagging 2 or 3 weeks ago in that long, dry sort of April.
Yeah.
And there's been a difference, isn't there, in the weather?
Yeah, the rain came down, heavens opened, and the water levels rose quite a lot. So hopefully this, because smolts are passive swimmers, that hopefully encouraged them to migrate downstream.
So a wet spring is actually really, really important for salmon, isn't it? It's a big help for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If it's dry, they tend to get stuck at certain locations. So we need a lot of water to help push them down.
So whilst most of the human race will be miserable this May, wanting it to be sunny and dry, actually, for the biodiversity of these wonderful rivers, it's actually really quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So the salmon smolting project is well underway now, and there'll be the fish are going to be moving through the River Dee and eventually out into the Solway. What's that time later on in spring, early summer?
Yeah,
fairly soon.
June, July time. Yeah, if they get, depending on whether they get held up along the way or not.
Okay, so And we'll get some news on this on the other receivers fairly shortly as well, won't we?
Yeah. So we place the receivers and like regularly spaced downstream. So if they do get held up along the way, then we can find out from the receivers where that might be, and then we can target our resources into fixing that for future generations of salmon.
Well, that's brilliant. So as soon as the receivers come out, we'll get the information about how many fish have passed, and then I suppose all the data then goes away to be crunched for a while at Glasgow University, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And then we should get it back hopefully around September time.
Brilliant. So we'll put some more stuff out on social media about this project as and when we find out more, but the salmon are definitely moving downstream, and also of course there'll be adult salmon now moving upstream as well very shortly.